Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to iBUG Buzz 657. Tonight is October 28th, 2024. My name is Pete Lane, and I'll be facilitating our conference tonight. This is the iBUG Buzz. It's an open forum for folks who have questions relating to their iDevice. That would include an iPhone, an iPad, an Apple TV, and an Apple Watch, and possibly even an old iPod Touch if you're still sporting one of those, which I would doubt. Yeah, the iBUG Buzz is a forum in which we discuss all kinds of related accessories and peripherals relating to the iDevice, including keyboards, Braille devices, headphones, and even external Bluetooth speakers. I want to thank everybody who has joined us live tonight via our Zoom platform, as well as for anyone who may be listening to us on one of our recorded podcasts. At this point, I'd like to cover a few of the iBUG events that are coming up within the next week or so. Tonight, of course, we have the iBUG Buzz, which runs for 2 hours from 8 until 10 p.m. Central Time. And at the midpoint, which would be right around 9 p.m. in your Central Time zone, we will take a little break and we will hear some movie clues that, if we are to guess properly, will give us the identity and the title of this Friday night's virtual night at the movies, which is an audio-described movie with just the audio track and audio description track with no video. We've got nothing going on tomorrow night, which would be Tuesday, nor do we have anything Wednesday or Thursday night, this being the fifth and final week of the month of October. Man, it's hard to believe time is going so quickly. And then again on Friday, as I mentioned, we've got our Friday night virtual night at the movies. Looking forward to some fun, which includes pre-movie activities, music games, name that tune, some jokes. Anyone who wants to bring a joke can bring one and tell it to the group. And then we will start our movie promptly at 8 p.m. Central Time. And whenever the movie is completed, we will reconvene here on the same Zoom link and have a discussion, share your thoughts and comments about the movie. Following that, we will have music trivia with all kinds of movie trivia with all kinds of movie-related information about the movie that we just saw. Looking forward to that. And then again this Saturday night, which would be Saturday night, November 2nd, from 8 until 10 p.m. Central Time. We have our iBUG Unplugged. iBUG Unplugged this coming month will be Melodies and Memories. I should remember this since I'm hosting it. Melodies and Memories this Saturday night from 8 till 10 Central Time, where we will focus on all kinds of good music. The theme this month will be artists who have left us too soon. Musicians, artists, singer-songwriters, all kinds of talented people who died too soon for whatever reason. We will be focusing on as many of those as we can conjure up, and I will pay particular attention to a couple of them that I particularly enjoy, and those will be a surprise. I'll let you know, and you'll see who they are on Saturday night. But we will do some music trivia. We will fill in the lyrics, meaning I will provide you with partial lyrics for some of their songs, and then you, as the audience, will fill in the missing lyrics. I will also feature some Motown tunes, particularly the introductions to Motown tunes that we all know and love. We've heard them a million times, and some of these introductions, just the first few bars of the song, are certainly recognizable. So we'll be guessing the tune and the artist by listening to a brief clip from the introduction to those songs. I think that's it for what's coming up on the iBUG calendar. And at this point, let's go around the horn. And Michael, if you would unmute everybody or allow folks to unmute, I'd like to go around the horn and have everybody say who they are, where they're calling from. Very simple, short and sweet. I'll start us off. My name is Pete Lane, and I'm in Jacksonville, Florida.
My name is Raheel, and I'm in upstate Albany, New York.
Hey, Raheel. Welcome.
This is Desi Noller, and I'm in Franklin, Tennessee.
Hi, Desi. Welcome.
Hey, Pete.
I'm Robert Stewart. I'm in Chandler, Arizona.
Robert. Welcome.
Marie in Reno.
Hey, Marie.
Gary in Georgia.
Hi, Bridget. Welcome in.
Gary in Austin.
Hey, Gary. How you doing?
Hey, Pete. How you doing?
Good.
And John in Austin.
Hey, John. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Vermont.
Hey, Joe and Sarah. Welcome, both of you.
Paul in Columbus.
Hey, Paul. Welcome.
Vincent in New Jersey.
Vincent. Welcome, sir.
Ned from Texas.
Hi, Ned.
Cheryl from Ohio.
Hi, Cheryl. Welcome.
Louise, Georgia.
Hey, Louise, Georgia.
Hi.
If anybody is new to iBUG or new to the iBUG Buzz, let us know. Louise, are you new by any chance?
I am to the Buzz.
Well, welcome.
Thank you.
How did you hear about the Buzz?
I was on Saturday, I think. Maybe Saturday.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
For the Apple Workshop, and you heard about it then. Well, good. Well, welcome to the Buzz. What kind of iDevice or Apple device, Apple product are you using?
The 15 and a beat-up tablet.
Okay. A beat-up tablet, that would be an iPad, I'm guessing?
Yes.
Great. As long as it works, that's good enough.
Oh,
well, thanks for joining us, Louise, and it's nice to meet you.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Who else is with us?
This is John from BC, Canada.
Hi, John from BC, Canada, and Jody from New Hampshire. Welcome in, guys.
Jody from Canada as well.
Hey, another Jody. Jody, too. Welcome, Jody. Are you new to the Buzz?
No, I've been here many times.
All right. Well, welcome back.
Dawn from Houston.
Hey, Dawn. How are you?
Hey. Okay.
Good.
Luis, Northwest Indiana.
Luis, welcome.
Linda from Texas.
Hey, Linda.
Hey.
Deb from Kansas.
Hey, Deb, welcome.
Thanks, Pete.
Cynthia from Houston.
Hi, Cynthia. Welcome.
Hi.
Anybody else want to say hi?
Elizabeth from Newfoundland.
Hi, Elizabeth. Welcome back.
Hi.
Stuva from Houston.
Hey, Stuba. Or Suba, right?
Yep.
Hey, sorry about that. How you doing?
Fine, doing well.
Welcome back. Haven't heard you in a while. Who else?
Liz, Fort Worth.
Hi, Liz. Welcome back. Okay. Last call. Anyone want to just say hi? Okay. Well, if you didn't have an opportunity to say hi right now, we will be giving you another opportunity around the halftime in about an hour. But for now, let's get down to the business at hand. And who would like to start us off with our first question relating to iOS? Louise, we like to open up our early questions to anyone who is new to the Buzz. So if you've got something you'd like to ask, feel free to jump in right away.
All right. Put the new person on the spot. Okay.
You don't have to if you don't want to, but you're certainly welcome.
I know it's all so new and confusing, and I don't even know what to ask.
You don't even know what to ask.
I was trying to forward an email today, and I think something changed, and it took me about 30 minutes.
Oh, no. Forwarding an email. You got an email from someone, and you wanted to forward it to someone else.
And there was a new line in there. I'm like, I couldn't get my send to open to send it.
Okay.
And then I recognized something new in it, so I finally figured it out, and I can't even explain what I did.
Okay. Do you have a
Raheel?
particular question that you'd like to ask? If not, maybe Raheel can add some, enlighten you a little bit. What do you got, Raheel?
You can. So you're asking to forward an email, right?
Yes.
Okay. So if you're in an email, right?
Mm-hmm.
So with VoiceOver, you touch the bottom. I think it's either to the right or the bottom middle right of your screen where it says More Actions button. You double tap on that, and then you don't want to choose reply or reply all. You keep going until you hear forward. And then once you hit that, it'll pull up who you want to send it to.
Uh-huh.
And then you hit who you want to send it to, you press a letter, for example, if you wanted to send it to, I don't know, if you have Pete Lane in your contacts, for example, say if you wanted to send it to Pete, you would have to hit P and then the results will come up and you'll have to go through the results to find him, for example, right? And then all you have to do is pass the subject line, not go in there because subject is already created when you first open up an email that you want to forward. You go into the message body, text field, and then you type in your email, and then you go up with your finger.
That's where I got stuck. There's a line now under that field. It's a new something popped up right there that wouldn't allow me to open. I had to double tap on that to open the send.
Well,
I didn't have to do that before.
You have to double tap on the text field, like insertion point. You want to put it at the start position, the beginning. And then after that, once you're done typing, you find the send button and then you double tap on send. And then it will send eventually.
Didn't work that way today.
This is Pete. Hey, Louise, just sorry to interrupt. So how far in that process did you get? Did you find the button at the bottom? You got the More Actions button at the bottom, right?
Did all of that.
Okay, and then you found the forward.
Line under the to field. It was a new line with that person's name there as well.
Ooh.
And I had to double tap on that new line to open the send. Yeah, it was the field, the text field, and another line underneath that had that person's name as well.
Okay, the first button you've pressed is More Actions, and then you find the forward button, and that opens up the to line. Is that where you say you found something that you didn't expect?
Okay. No, it's true.
Yeah. There's a forward button when you tap the More Actions, like Raheel said. There's a bunch of them, and you don't want reply. You don't want reply all. The third option is forward. That's where you do a one-finger double tap, and then you're placed in the text field because that's where you got to type in the name of the person that you want to forward it to.
Exactly.
This is Marie.
Go ahead, Marie.
I think she got past all of that, where she was at. I think when you got in the to field and you started typing the name, when you saw the name, you have to select that because it's not sure that that's where you want to send it. If it's made a suggestion, you got to double tap on the name to put it in the to field, and then you can send it.
Okay, maybe that's what I did. She did receive it, so
yeah.
Okay, good. Yeah, you found your way. I just wanted to bring to your attention, Louise, we do have an iBUG mentor program.
I'm eager to. I saw that when I went to the website recently, and I do want to.
Did you fill out there's a little form to fill out to send in on the website that will tell everybody that you're interested in participating in that program? Did you fill that out?
Not yet, but
all right, go on back in there at ibugtoday.org or .com, and then look for Mentor Program, the Jumpstart Mentor Program. And there you will see a little form. It's very simple. You just fill in your name and information and a little bit more. And then if you submit the form, then it will go to the iBUG leadership team and the mentoring program coordinator. and then
Very
they will
good.
know that you want to join, and then you'll be hooked up with a mentor.
Very good. I did peek in there because it had a form, I think, for a mentee or a mentor.
There you go. And you want to be a mentee.
Yeah, absolutely.
There you go. All right. Well, thanks for joining us. That was brave of you to ask your first question. I appreciate it.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Fresh topic. Who would like to ask a topic on a new question on a new topic?
If I can, this is Louise. Oh.
Go ahead, Louise.
Okay, if you don't mind. Okay. So going back to the forward of the email, once you select the forward and you enter the person's name, for me, I have to swipe past the CC, and then it comes up with that person's name, and then I have to select it in order for it to go to that person. So
I think that's what Marie was pointing out. Yeah. Once you type in the name, then it offers you the name, and then you have to do a single finger double tap to select that person.
And once you select it, it fills in the to field, and then all you have to do is back swipe once, and the send field should be there. And then all you have to do is double tap, one finger double tap.
All right. All right. Good stuff. Thank you,
Thank
Louise.
you. Thank you very much.
For sure. Yeah, for sure. Okay, so my question is this, if you all don't mind, and excuse my ignorance. What I'm looking for, and I don't know how to search because there's so many Bluetooth speakers, but is there like a surround sound portable type Bluetooth speaker?
A surround sound.
Right. Something that offers like, deep bass or the treble, like I guess different
frequencies.
Yeah. Well, not so much frequencies, but you have like a bass, and I can't, like a speaker, right? Mm-hmm. Where like you can adjust the bass or adjust the treble or something like that. Is there such a thing? Because I'm not sure.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
It does. Who can help Luis with a good Bluetooth speaker?
Raheel?
Go, Raheel.
I would recommend the Amazon Echo Dot, where you can, when you can turn on your Bluetooth on your iPhone, and you can ask Alexa to connect to your iPhone.
Okay, that's the Echo Dot. All right, hang on, everybody, one at a time. Just a little pointer, everybody. We do not use the raised hand feature. I saw somebody raise their hand and then immediately lowered it. So, if you have a question or want to comment on something, you just wait for a break in the action, say your name, and then wait for me to acknowledge you, and then we can share in the conversation.
And also, I'm hearing Jaws in the background, too, so...
Yeah, and somebody is using Jaws in the background. Please try to mute that. Thank you, Raheel. All right, I heard Chico Danako. What do you got, Chico?
Yeah, I want to quickly, I have a question, and also I maybe have an answer for this guy.
Yeah, we're helping Louise. If you've got a suggestion for a good Bluetooth speaker, go right ahead.
Okay, I think the Washington Ear is passing them out. I'm not sure if other organizations are giving them away, but I know the Ear is giving them away. The regular Echo, not the Echo Dot, but the regular. It's just like the Echo Dot, but it's much bigger.
Mm-hmm.
It has
Echo itself.
It has I think the Studio can do this too. The Amazon Studio. If you press the talk button on there, and if you say to the Echo, reduce the bass to 6%, it will go or increase the bass to minus 6%. You can lower the bass, or you can raise the bass from 6 to minus 6%. You can The regular Echo has a good bass quality. You can raise the treble, or lower the treble. So it has a good bass quality and a good treble quality.
Okay.
So if you you can try that by using lowering the bass and up and raising the bass. So you can play with the bass.
Thank you, Chico.
Yeah, thank you for sure.
All right. Yeah, that's the Amazon Echo, Luis. And again, the JAWS is a little distracting in the background. If you can, whoever's using JAWS, please.
This is Suva.
Pete, I'm muted, everybody, so you'll have to unmute yourself too.
This is Raheel.
All right, hang on, Raheel. We're going to see if anybody else has an answer.
Okay. Sorry about that.
All right, you're back. Go ahead, Pete.
Yeah, sorry about that. I was saying the word ECHO so many times, mine went off. So it started playing music in the background. Okay. So, Chico, thanks for the heads up on the Echo, and that's, I just said it again. Okay, Luis, any other thoughts? Any other questions on that? The Apple speaker.
No, definitely answered. Thank you.
Yeah, I don't remember the Apple speaker, if that's still viable.
It's
still out there. The HomePod, is that still out there and available?
I
that
think
has,
so.
From everything I've heard, Luis,
I think so, yes.
some dynamite. Thank you, Rayo. That has dynamite audio quality.
Which one is that one again? I'm sorry.
That's the Apple HomePod.
Oh, okay. No, I didn't know that such a thing existed. Okay, let's go.
Yeah, it's known for its good audio quality. Probably even better, I think, than the Amazon products.
Okay, thank you.
All right. I think we had Chico Donaco. Did you have a question, Chico?
A question. The brand new software just came out today. I think it's 18.1 for iOS.
Right.
Does the 10 series all the way through the newer series of the phone devices and Apple products, does it support Apple Intelligence, or only the newer iPhone devices support the Apple Intelligence?
This is Raheel.
All right, Raheel, the question is, what do those iPhones support Apple Intelligence? Everything from the iPhone 10 forward. Is that your question, Chico?
Yeah.
All right. What do you got, Raheel?
No. Only the 15 Pro and Pro Max and 16 Pro and Pro Max, all the 16s, I think, support the Apple Intelligence.
Okay.
15 Pro and 16 Pro Max and Pro Max. So.
All right. Thanks, Raheel.
This is Jody.
Anybody else have any thoughts on that? Go, Jody.
I was just going to say, Suba and John were trying to make a comment. I don't know if you heard them or not.
No, I did not. I got all discombobulated with my voiceover and my Amazon product. Okay. Suba, you had something to comment on the previous question?
Yes, hi. Sorry about that. So, yeah, no problem. Just another recommendation, but the Apple HomePod, I think you mentioned it. I was going to mention the Anchor Soundcore 3 is a Bluetooth device recommendation.
Okay.
You can, mess around with all the EQs. They have an app, accessible app, so you can mess around with that.
That's Anchor. Anchor is the manufacturer, Anker, I believe, right?
Yes.
And what particular model?
Soundcore 3.
Soundcore 3. Luis? I've heard some good things about that. That's Anchor Soundcore 3, Luis. All right. Thank you.
Thank you for sure. Soundcore 3.
You're welcome.
Anchor.
Good. And who else wanted to comment on that one? All right. Now back to Chico's question. Which iPhones support the new Apple Intelligence? And Raheel says it's only the 15 Pros and the 16s. Who is that?
It was Joe.
Hey, Joe.
Yeah, just reiterating 15 Pro, Pro Max, and all the 16s.
Okay. Now, go ahead, John.
Oh, I should make a distinction. So there are different aspects to this. So yes, Apple Intelligence will work with iPhone 15 Pro and up. But just to clarify, if you want iOS 16, then that's supported on devices as old as an iPhone 10R. So 10R and up. So I just wanted to make that distinction. So that
you meant iOS 18?
Yeah, I just wanted to make that clarification between iOS 18 itself and Apple Intelligence.
You said iOS 16, but I thought you meant
iOS 18.
So a 10 will support 18.1 as well, but it may not be able to take advantage of all the Apple Intelligence features offered within iOS 18.1.
That's
right?
correct, yeah.
Good. Thanks for that distinction. That's what I was looking for, John. All right. Chico, does that answer your question?
So,
go ahead.
Yeah, so the iPhone 10s Max, the iPhone 12 and up and down, what does it support with the new iOS 18.1, with the new update that came out today?
I don't know that we can get into all of the individual aspects of 18.1 and say whether or not a particular iPhone will support those.
Does it support screen Braille input, like Braille screen input?
This is John.
Go, John.
So I just wanted to recap and just remind this gentleman that that iBUG has done a cafe on just iOS 18, and that's a podcast episode number 112. And I think in one of the subsequent podcasts, there's a feature about Braille screen input. But as far as Apple Intelligence, I don't know if iBUG will be doing one, but I'd stay tuned in the event that iBUG may do a presentation on Apple Intelligence. If not, there should be some resources online that you may be able to review.
John, what a good commercial. Good job, man. Actually, the iBUG Cafe 113, which was for September, the iBUG Cafe was on the iOS 18 features. There's about 25 accessibility features within iOS 18, and that's in Apple iBUG Cafe episode 113. 112 was the previous month where Sri and I did the introduction to the voiceover introduction tutorial.
My correction.
Series. Yeah. And then you're right, this last Saturday, the Apple Workshop, there was a good focus on Braille screen input that Herbie, I believe, did, and that should be up on the iBugtoday.com website as a recorded podcast, and on the YouTube channel, iBug Today YouTube channel, if it's not up already, probably within the next couple of days, Chico, and that's particularly on the subject of Braille screen input. All right. Well, thank you, John, for the advertising and pointing folks out to our products. Appreciate that. Let's open this up to a new question. Who has a fresh question, fresh topic for us?
Raheel.
Okay, Raheel, what do you got?
Today I did the hearing test, the at home with 18.1.
Right.
And I've noticed that that it says tap your screen, but every time when I heard the tones, VoiceOver would not tell me where to tap the screen. So it's like, how was I supposed to know where to tap? And then it said focus will turn on for 5 minutes, but I don't know how to make sure that everything is cleared off so I could hear my notifications again and things.
Okay. Has anybody tried the new hearing test feature on iOS 18.1 that was just released today? I didn't think so. A little bit too early to have anybody else having tried it, Raheel. So you want to keep plugging on it and give it a try, and then maybe come on in next week if you still have some questions?
Yeah, I just want to make sure. How do I make sure that my focus is off or that I'm receiving any kind of notifications and stuff?
Okay, well, again, nobody here has tried that feature, so I don't think we can comment specifically.
This is Deb.
Okay.
Yeah, Deb, what do you have for us?
So I think what he might be asking is, how do you turn focus off? And you can do that in the control center, I believe.
Focus meaning the do not disturb features.
Yes. I think that's what he's asking.
Is that it, Raheel?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah, good point, Deb. Tell them how to get to the control center and adjust those focus settings.
So for the control center, what I do, there's more than one way to do it, but what I do is I tap on the status line up at the top of your phone and then swipe 3 fingers down, brings you to the control center, and then just go down to focus and double tap on that, and you'll be able to tell if do not disturb is turned on or off. And if you tap focus and it says, I think it says do not disturb when it's on. And if it just says focus, then it's not on, I think.
Okay.
It's
in the
Joe.
control center.
Thank you.
It's Joe.
Joe, what do you have to add?
I'm quite used to doing this with focus. The way I do it is I put my finger at the top and then I move it down to the first. Anyways, as long as you get your focus, if you can run your finger over it until you find focus, and if it says selected, then it's on. So do double tap so that it unselects it.
Okay.
Debbie?
Hang on, Debbie, 1 second. Sure. Raheel, are you following Joe and
So you're saying
Deb?
If it's selected, then it's on. If it's not selected, then it's off?
Yeah.
For the focus?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll have to do some tests by having my family give me a call. So thank you.
Okay. Well, thank you, Joe. Thank you, Deb. And Debbie, what did you have to add?
It was just a slight correction. I forget the other lady. I think she said a 3 finger swipe down, but it's up because down is notifications. That's all I was
right, Deb.
Say.
Yeah, the down is the notification center. So, yeah, Deb, you're in the right area, but the wrong direction. So, yeah, tap in the status bar at the top, and then 3 finger swipe up opens up your control center.
Liz,
for the home screen, for the
one at a time now. Hang on. Name and wait for acknowledgement. Who's talking?
Raheel.
Liz, go ahead.
If you've used focus several times to turn on the do not disturb, that will work. But if you have not used it more than once or twice, it does give you many options, and you have to select the one for do not disturb right now. Otherwise, it'll say work and several other options. I don't remember quite what options, but there are several options, and you have to give it the selection that you want it to do.
Now, do those all come up in your control center when you tap on it? Okay.
Yes.
All right. So you may have additional selections to make, options offered to you, Raheel, when you tap on focus.
Thank you very much for that. And when you're saying touch the status bar, I believe you're talking about the home button, the phone with the home button.
No.
But nowadays you can like when you go up to the section where you hear the blip sound, you have to swipe down once to hear the blip. 2 blips, meaning,
the status bar.
Yes.
The status bar, Raheel, is the strip across the top of the screen. It has the time in it, your Wi-Fi, your cell phone, your battery percentage. That's your status bar. What you were talking about is just touching in that section, that little bar up there, and then your focus is up there. And then to open the control center, you can do your 3 finger swipe up, or as Joe, I think, said, you can run your single finger down, straight down from the top of the screen and go to the first blip, and that will be your control center.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to a new topic. That's the last word on that one. Thank you all 15, 20 of you for joining in. All right, who's got a fresh question on a new topic?
Liz?
Yes, Liz.
Okay, when I've got, when I'm kind of semi-awake in the morning and I'm trying to unlock my screen and it doesn't do the Face ID because I'm still squished in my pillow. So once
your eyes are half closed, right?
Exactly.
Right.
So I'm trying to press the buttons to do my passcode or my unlock code, or I forget what it's called. There's no response to tell me that it accepted the double tap I did on a particular number. Is there any setting I can turn on to tell me that it accepted that number before I go on? Otherwise, I double tap pretty fast on the numbers.
Right.
And it doesn't always unlock because I sometimes go too fast and it's missing a number or something.
Wow.
But there's no indication that it accepted,
yeah,
each number.
No clicks or even anything like that.
This is Marty.
Right.
Yeah, Marty, what do you have for her?
So because I have that happen often. So
you're asleep in the morning too, and you have trouble with your passcode.
when you unlock your phone, and it does not recognize your face, you do the go down to the home button and swipe up to the first blip, and then if it still doesn't recognize your face, there is no settings when you enter your code, your 4 or 6 digit code. Now I've noticed with headphones you hear it a little better. You hear like a tiny little blip for each number that you put in, and that's how you know that number was entered, like that digit was entered.
This is Liz.
Yeah, Liz.
Go ahead.
It does that on other apps, but on the unlock screen, it does not do that. Because I have an earbud in my head. I have an earbud in all the time, and there is none. It'll say, if I push 5, it'll give me the letters for the 5, but when I double tap on it, there's no indication that it accepted that, even though it has. Because sometimes I can kind of see it. I can see how many dots across it's gone.
This is Marty.
Go ahead, Marty.
So my other suggestion is it does do that, but it is very silent. It's very low. It's a very low sound. It's not your click. My other suggestion is you probably have it on standard typing. If you go to touch typing, you don't have to double tap. You just put your finger on the digit, like say when you hear the 5, you put your finger on the 5, you release, it has accepted that number. You don't have to double tap.
It's easier to recognize when you release the item than when you double tap. Okay.
Jody.
Yeah, Jody, what do you have?
I find that when I have my phone set to touch typing all the time, but I find that when you want to enter a passcode, that you have to use the split tap or the standard typing. Even if you have your phone set on touch typing, you still have to do the split tap in order for it to get in.
Jody, does that mean that it won't let you do the touch?
I find it doesn't work when I do the touch.
On a passcode,
so the only way it gets
specifically.
to work is doing the split tap.
It's Joe. Okay, Sri.
Sri, and then Joe. Go ahead, Sri.
I was going to say, I don't think it matters whether you do standard or touch typing. You should get the sound. 2 things to check for. First, make sure your phone is not muted, because if it's muted, you won't hear the clicking sound. And second, if you do enter the number and you're not sure, if you keep swiping to the left, you'll get a voiceover indication telling you how many codes had it identified.
How many characters?
So if you did hit a 5 and you're not sure if it took it or not, just keep swiping left. It'll tell you hit 1 out of 6 code, or 1 out of 4 code, or 2 out of 4, or 2 out of 6, and so on.
Right. It'll show the number of characters entered so far. Right.
That's correct.
Right.
If I can add to that real quick, this is Luis.
Hang on, Luis.
Okay,
we had Joe. Let's go with Joe first. Go ahead,
I'm
Joe.
sorry.
Okay,
That's
for the
right.
person who said that you have to split tap even if you're using the touch typing. That's the one where you release your finger, right?
Touch typing is when you release your finger. Right?
Yeah, that is not true because I've done it, and you don't have to do the split tap.
Meaning the original standard typing where you do the double tap on the digit.
Yeah, you might have to with the double, but she was saying if you did on the touch typing, she was also saying you need to do that. That's the way I understood it. You don't.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Joe. Appreciate that. What do you got, Luis?
Okay, if I can add to that, what happened
Yes, sir.
to me recently, I did the touch typing by mistake, but I'm total. So I depend on voiceover. So that touch typing, if you touch the wrong number, you can lock yourself out. It won't take much to not type in the right numbers. If you can see the numbers, okay, you're okay. However, if you're total, there's a good chance once you touch the screen, it's going to press whatever number. You know what I mean?
This is Sri.
Hang on, Sri.
Right here.
Hang on, everybody. I want to go back to Liz. How are you doing, Liz, with all of this input? How are you feeling?
Okay.
I just want to be sure you're gathering all of this and that you have any lingering questions.
Actually, I do on the one where you swipe left. That goes back to the previous number. It doesn't tell you how many across you are. And, if it told me I was on character 2 or character 3, that'd be good. But when I swipe left, it just goes from like 5 to 4.
I think Sri was indicating that if you keep swiping left, you'll go back to the text field, and then it will tell you how many characters have been entered, which is, I think, at the top of the keypad. Am I right, Sri?
This is Sri.
Yes, Sri.
Yeah, so it is the first element on the screen. It's going to tell you how many characters it identified. So you just keep swiping left and it'll
that's the text field at the top. Yeah.
That's correct. Right. I think even if you do a 4-finger single tap near the top, it may land on it.
That way you bypass the numbers in between where you are and the top of the screen, right? Go ahead, Sri. Sorry, didn't mean to.
And I use touch typing, and if you do touch something and you know that's not correct, you can slide your finger away from it, and it won't select it. It's just if you find something like
as long as you don't
select something that's not correct, I just move my finger away from it, and then it won't select it.
Yeah.
This is Desi.
Liz,
oh, sorry.
Hang on, I want to check in with Liz again, Debbie, before we go. So what
Desi.
Desi, I'm sorry, Desi. Liz, tell us how you're feeling and whether you have any lingering questions.
Well, when I have my eyes crossed and, sleep matter in my eyes and stuff, I'm trying to hear what it says.
There, Liz.
Well, you know what I mean.
I do.
So I'm still in double tap, like first thing in the morning, and I'm listening to, it gives me the number and then gives me the letters for that number.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. Because
I would just say, and then we'll go to Desi and Raheel in a moment. I would just say, wake yourself up enough so that you're precise in your tapping. So when you go to a 5 and you do a clear double tap, don't rush through it because you can get in trouble. And Luis is right. You can get yourself into trouble when you're dealing with the passcode. Desi, what do you have to add, please?
Oh, well, I was going to say, isn't touch typing the one where you put your finger on the letter and then lift it and it enters? Yeah.
Yes,
well,
it is.
When I am on touch typing, which is what I always use, I have absolutely never had to double tap anything when I'm entering my passcode. You just shouldn't have to do that. But I think Jody was saying that she did, but that's not right.
Okay. I think we've cleared that up, and Jody feels badly enough as it is, I think.
Yeah, I do.
I'm kidding,
Jody.
I'm kidding, Jody.
No, can I make a comment?
Sure, go right ahead.
That used to be the case back, maybe it was going back to iOS, 14, but that used to be the case, and it isn't anymore.
That you had to be in standard typing to enter a passcode.
Anyway, that was my experience. So I guess I have a weird phone, or maybe I should just call it a night.
No, we don't want you to call it a night, Jody. All right, thanks, Jody.
Joe.
Thank you, Desi. Who was that, Joe?
Joe, yeah. If I found that if the screen, if Face ID doesn't always work, I just shut the phone off and swipe the screen off and try again.
Okay.
Because sometimes you get jumped on the screen and then it can't. See?
There you go. And that's the final word on the topic. Liz, I hope you got something you can use there. Okay. Yep. Thank you, everybody.
Raheel.
All right, fresh topic. How are we doing on time?
Wait, Raheel.
Hang on, Raheel, please. All right. What do you have, Raheel? Do you have a new topic?
No, back on the comment.
I'm closing the topic, Raheel. We're moving on to a new topic.
About the passcode, though. I wanted to say that you don't have to see the numbers, though, to enter. It was for Luis.
I think we realize that.
Yep.
We're all voiceover users pretty much, I think.
Yes. So one of the things that I have trouble with is sometimes when I am getting a call, like when I'm on a meeting like this, it says merge or end and then accept. Like, how do I have to end the meeting at all to like take another call, or how would I go? What's the best route for me to take to answer an incoming call if I had to during these types of meetings?
All right, so you're in Zoom, you're on a meeting, and you're getting an outside phone call. Anybody want to help Raheel on that one?
Joe.
Joe, go ahead.
If you got headphones and if you touch the button on your phone, there you go.
Say that again, a little slower.
If you're wearing headphones, if you're wearing your earpods or whatever, and there's the button, the button in the middle.
In the middle of what?
In the middle on the side.
Of your headphones?
Of the headphones, yeah.
On the AirPods.
I don't know about AirPods, but I know earpods. I think.
Oh, AirPods.
I've heard that AirPods too, but sometimes you get the button and you can press that and it'll switch you over.
Raheel, are you wearing any kind of headphones or earbuds or AirPods?
Not at the moment, no.
Okay.
This is
I think it's good.
All right, thank you, Joe. Sri, what do you have?
Couldn't you just do a 2-finger double tap on the Zoom call when you have an incoming call? Doesn't it take the call over then?
Mm-hmm.
I heard and so I think we have varying viewpoints.
I'm confused.
Well,
depends on the update.
Who is that?
Joe.
Please say your name before
Joe,
responding.
Sorry.
Joe?
It was Joe.
Yeah,
I was saying that with the double tap, I think it depends on the update because it's worked and others it hasn't. And I think what you want when you want to do that, I think you should look for a hold and accept. I think that's the one you want.
All right, Joe, I'm gonna ask that you speak very slowly because your audio is kind of muffled there.
Okay. All right, I'll
so
fix that.
just speak slowly and distinctly.
I'll fix that.
Still confused.
If I can, this is Luis.
All right, hang on.
Yeah,
Luis.
for sure.
Hang on, Luis.
For sure.
All right, Raheel is confused, and I can't say I blame him.
I can't either.
Joe, were you finished? Did you want to continue your thought?
Well, no, isn't there a hold and accept button?
There is on the telephone keypad, but Raheel's on a Zoom call.
Yeah, I know that, but he was saying that he said that he has a merge and stuff like that on there, and that sounds like the same thing that's on the telephone keypad.
Okay, Raheel, do you listen to your screen, and do you have a normal phone keypad?
Yeah,
when
it showed up as accept, and it showed up as merge, it showed up as end.
Okay, and which of those, Joe, should Raheel tap in what particular sequence?
Certainly not merge.
All right, so what first?
This is John.
Let him take it. He knows better.
That's the essence of Raheel's question. He's got those three buttons to choose from. John, what do you have?
I think we need to take a step back and just clarify a few things. So regarding the magic tap in Zoom, it can get kind of confusing because depending on where you are, you can dictate in a chat or you can mute or unmute. But in previous versions of Zoom, I think when you did the magic tap, like some people would get this anomaly where they'd end Zoom because they'd end up answering a call because it would treat it like you're answering a call. Now, regarding what Joe and the others are saying, I know that when an incoming call comes in, you'll have buttons that will come up on your screen, like what the others are saying. There's like merge or hold and accept. And I think if you can swipe to hold and accept, and it'll hold the Zoom meeting and it'll answer the call on the other line. Regarding headphones and earphones, there are different kinds. There are wired and there are wireless. And if you have headphones that accept the protocol in which you can press the play pause button a single time, then it will perform that the button equivalent to that action in which you're holding on the Zoom meeting and accepting on the incoming calls. So I just wanted to break down a few things, if that's okay.
That worked very well. Thank you, John. Yeah. So the hold and accept button, I think, Raheel, is where you want to go as far as the buttons on your screen when that incoming call comes in.
Okay, and then after that, I when I hang up, it would take me back into this meeting and stuff.
Sri, what do you have to add, please?
I just had a question, just a clarification. So when you're on a Zoom call and you get an incoming call, does the voiceover focus is on the Zoom or is it on the incoming call?
Raheel, since you're getting the call, do you hear voiceover announcing the call while you're still in the Zoom call?
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
So just on the clarification, so does a two-finger double tap won't answer that call if the voiceover focuses on it?
John, you had a comment on the magic tap, the two-finger double tap.
Sorry. Yes, this is John. So I don't have firsthand experience with this recently, but I know that when, this may be something to try. So I don't think I should answer because I might be putting my foot in my mouth.
This is Sarah.
Hold on. I'm first, right?
Luis and then Sarah?
Yeah, so if I can, this is what happens to me. So I'm on a Zoom call. So voiceover, because I'm a voiceover user, if I swipe, so if I swipe, it'll say ignore, it'll say message because I have messages. So if somebody calls, of course, I can just say I'm on a meeting or whatever, right? If you merge or hold and merge, when you end that call, if the Zoom call is still active, it'll automatically take you back into the room. So unless you want to end the Zoom call and answer the phone, then you can just end your Zoom call by exiting. That's normally what I do.
Okay. Thank you, Luis. Sarah, what did you have to add?
I just wanted to agree with Shree that two-finger double tap will answer the call. And
will it disconnect the Zoom meeting?
It will not disconnect the Zoom meeting.
It will just switch over your focus to the call. Okay.
Exactly. And then, when you hang up the call, I'm not saying there's a guarantee, but it should take you back to Zoom. It does.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Sarah. And I think this might be a good topic to bring up at the tech help session tomorrow. I think.
We don't have anything tomorrow, but thanks for the recommendation, Raheel. All right, we're moving on to another fresh topic. We have a couple of minutes before our halftime show. Who has a fresh topic for us, a question?
This is Marty.
Hello, Marty.
So in line with that, for example, I was making a phone call today, and while I was making a call, the phone rang, and I wanted to answer the call. I did two-finger double tap. I never got to answer the call. I think the call eventually hung up, and I went back to the outgoing call that I was making. What would I have to do to answer that incoming call and sort of abort the outgoing phone call?
So you were in the process still of dialing out?
I actually had dialed, and it was about to
connect
answer.
And ring.
Connecting, yeah.
And then the incoming call came in.
The incoming call
two-finger
came.
double tap, magic tap did not take that new call.
Well, I did the two-finger double tap. I didn't swipe or anything. I was kind of like a little panicky, and I wanted to sort of answer this call.
You didn't look at the buttons to see if there was a hold and accept or
no,
merge
I did
or
not.
any of those. All right, who has a quick answer for Marty on that one? You're on a call, you've initiated, and an incoming call comes in.
This is John.
I'm not on Bluetooth. Go ahead.
Go ahead, John.
So Bluetooth may be another factor, but if you're just using your touch screen, you can just two things. So if you have, let's say, you're not using any earbuds or headphones, a good tip I got from this group actually is to silence the ringer. You can press down your volume down, and then you can hear your voiceover menu, your hold and accept button. You can swipe to your hold and accept button. But if you're on if you're on headphones, whether they're wired or wireless, there should be a button that you can do a single press to accept the call. It should by default do the hold and accept.
Marty, most of the time I'm on Bluetooth, and it's not an issue because I hit that answer button and it will answer the incoming call, but I didn't have a headset on at that moment.
Mm-hmm. So. All right.
Okay, so this is Marty, so I guess I have to swipe to the hold and accept before I try to double tap and answer that call.
Sounds like that would be the way to go and try and get out of panic mode and focus.
Yeah. Okay. Thanks.
All right. All right. Well, thank you, Marty. Thank you, John. And again, thanks everybody for your active participation in our first half. We're toward the top of the hour. I want to give anybody who has not said hi and told us your name and where you're calling from, you got a chance to do that now. Who's joined us since we started?
This is Kathy. Kathy from Tulsa.
Hi, Sri from Virginia. And hey, Kathy from Tulsa, welcome. Welcome, both of you.
Really, really good game.
And the Jules has made it. Welcome, Julie.
Helene in Woodstock, New York.
Hi, Helene. Welcome.
Thank you. Sorry for missing.
Hi.
That's okay.
Ed in Georgetown, Georgia.
Hi, Vanessa. Welcome, Georgia. And who else was with? Who else was?
Ed in Georgetown.
Hey, Ed in Georgetown. Welcome back, sir.
Hi.
Anybody else?
Brian from Ontario, just north of Ed.
Okay. Hey, Northern Brian from just north of Ed. Welcome, Brian. Anyone else join us? Well, welcome everybody. And we are at that time when we offer a warm welcome to our gentlemen who will be sharing clues, hints, innuendos that might help us identify what the upcoming iBUG Virtual Night at the Movies movie will be this coming Friday. We're looking for that iBUG guy. Are you with us, Mr. iBUG guy?
Yes. I'm back. Very good. Oh, gosh. I was listening in on the last part of your guys' conversation, and I didn't understand a bit of it. But anyway, that doesn't mean much. So good to be back again. And as Pete said, we are going to find out what the movie's going to be this week. But before we get into that, if you recall, a few weeks ago, we were looking at cool ways to use, what do you call that stuff? WD-40.
Oh, yeah.
We had gone through about a half a dozen, and we're going to throw in a couple more tonight. Anybody have little coffee stains on their coffee cups or tea stains that just won't come out? If you wash them and scrub them and all that kind of thing, if you use one that's probably over and over again, I've got a couple like that. And if you'll squirt a little WD-40 on a rag and wipe that around a few times, it comes off just like magic. Be sure to wash the cup, though. You don't want to make WD-40 as part of your new coffee additive or tea additive.
Right.
All right, then we can look at some, those, anytime, I don't know, I've got, when my granddaughter was younger, she would put stickers on everything around the house. And sometimes people put labels and those kinds of things that have that sticky, gooey stuff. And you try to peel them off after, a good while, especially if they've been in the sunshine. And you might get a little bit of the paper off, and then there's a lot of residue and gummy stuff still there. Well, guess what? Squirt a little WD-40 on it, rub it off, and it, again, comes off just like magic. So there you go, a couple of new uses for WD-40. All right, we are going to give you some clues. We got some rules. Everybody can stay unmuted for this portion, as long as you don't have a lot of background noise. And you do have to say your name, just like in the regular program. Wait to be acknowledged, and then you can try to guess the title of the movie. There are going to be 5 clues if we get that far. And you get one guess per clue. If you've been a winner in the last was it? I think we go 3 weeks back.
3 weeks.
Then you're ineligible tonight. So let's get ready for
Come back.
All right. So let's go with clue number 1. Our film this week takes place on the West Coast. It's set on the West Coast of the United States, actually, in case you were wondering. Is my microphone working? Hello?
Yeah.
Okay. Just checking. All right. Well, we're going to have to go to another clue, looks like. Clue number 2. The film addresses themes of body image, self-acceptance, and cultural identity. That's a mouthful. Has themes of body image, self-acceptance, and cultural identity. Oh, I can see where this is going. It is like crickets out there.
Kathy?
Kathy!
Is it The Mask with Cher?
The Mask!
And there were a couple of the masks.
Oh, yeah. The one about the sun that's disfigured or something like that. Ooh, that would kind of fit in, Kathy, if it were on the West Coast.
Oh, well, who knew?
Well, if it was on the West Coast, but I do know it's not the one we're watching this week, but good try.
Nice try, Kathy.
We love people that try, even if they're wrong, like Kathy is all the time.
Raheel?
Right. Ooh, Raheel.
Hey.
What's the question again?
We gotta guess the movie. I've given you 2 clues so far. So, what's the film based on those 2 clues?
What about Hunger Games?
Hunger Games. Oh, those are good movies. We've never, have we? Yeah, we played one of those, I think, actually.
Why don't we play one of those sometimes?
Yeah, why don't we? But not this week. Good try, Raheel.
What about next week, though?
Or this week, for goodness.
All right, here we go. We're going to move on to another clue. And remember, you have to say your name, wait to be acknowledged, just like in the other part of the program, which you weren't doing there either. So we will try to do that with respect. Thank you. All right, number 3 clue. The main character's mother. Ooh, I don't like dealing with mothers. Is portrayed as a traditional figure who prioritizes family over her daughter's dreams. The mother is portrayed as a traditional figure who prioritizes family over her daughter's dreams.
Nikki?
Nikki!
It's probably wrong, but Terms of Endearment?
Terms of Endearment.
I've never even seen it, but I've heard about it.
You've heard about it. And
It's such a good movie.
It is a very good movie.
I think we've seen it.
We have seen it.
Okay. Thank you.
We will not watch it again anytime this century.
Good guess.
Good try, Nikki.
Thank you.
Anybody else before we move on? I should have said this at the beginning. If anybody gets this film this week, you're very, very smart, like Chris E.
I thought we were all very, very smart.
Yeah. That's what your mother told you, but
oh no, she never told me that. She told me I was a bloody American brat.
Moving on. Clue number 4. She, meaning the daughter, dreams of attending college and has aspirations to go to Columbia University. All right. I think when we disqualified previous winners, we probably eliminated people. Okay. Last clue, 5th and final clue. A significant conflict arises between the main character and her mother regarding her weight and future plans. Ew. A significant conflict arises between the main character and her mother regarding her weight and future plans.
This is Ned.
Ned's gonna save us.
Is this Mommy Dearest?
Mommy Dearest. Oh, Ned, he always comes in right at the nick of time. And if we hadn't already seen it, that would have been a great answer, Ned.
Ah, nice try, Ned.
Good try. Well, you know what? We're going to have to just save our prize for later. Wait. Shh.
A bonus clue?
Shh. Oh, okay. I've just been handed a bonus clue. Yes.
Yay! Not like it'll help.
And you're exactly right. It is no help at all, looks like. A pivotal scene involves women at the factory where the main character works.
It's Deborah.
Stripping down to their undies to protest, no, to celebrate their bodies. Ooh, I heard somebody.
Okay, this is Deborah, but I know this is wrong.
Deborah.
Officer, the gentleman is not correct.
Well, you know what they say? There are no wrong questions, but there's plenty of wrong answers like yours tonight.
This is Nikki.
All right, Nikki.
I don't remember the name of the film, but it was a union one, and Sally Field was in it.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Oh.
That wasn't.
Oh, that was good. That was a good one too.
Oh,
that wasn't the West Coast.
Just a side note before we get into that answer. Sally Field, does anybody remember how she started out and became recognized?
This is Ned. Flying nun.
Gidget.
Well, before any of those shows,
Gidget.
What did she do to become recognized? Well, if you were around in early 60s, too, I think it is, you would have maybe seen her on The Dating Game.
Oh, wow. Was she 12?
Probably.
All right, back to the answer.
This is Desi.
I forgot whose answer. Who answered that one?
We didn't.
Nikki did not have an answer.
Oh, Nikki was doing this like a movie.
It wasn't Desi.
I heard Desi, then Desi first, then Raheel.
Norma Ray.
There
Norma
you go.
Ray. That's the movie that Nikki wanted to say, and it is still wrong. Good try.
Thanks, guys.
That was a good movie too.
Throw in another answer, Raheel. Title of the movie.
I just wanted to say, wasn't she recognized? Wasn't she recognized in some kind of in winning any kind of award or something?
Yeah, she won an Oscar, didn't she?
Oh yeah, she's won lots of awards.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Places in the Heart was a good one.
I was just saying how she first was recognized by the movie people and TV people. All right,
that's not the West Coast.
This is this is Deborah. This is wrong too.
All right,
Dumpling.
Dumpling.
Yeah, there's a movie called Dumpling.
Oh, you're getting into that weight thing now. Huh?
Yeah, because she.
All right.
Her mother gave beauty pageants, and she didn't fit any of those things. And her favorite person was Dolly Parton.
All right.
That was a cute movie.
All right. Good try.
But wrong.
Brooks.
Oh, Brooks.
How about Bridget Jones's Diary?
Bridget Jones's Diary is another great guess and another great movie that we've already seen. Good try. You guys need to go consult the whatever it's called, the iBUG
archives,
movies archives,
already watched list.
Things we've already watched. We don't repeat any movies other than that holiday favorite. It's a Wonderful Life, which we watch every year, whether you want to or not.
Oh, y'all building it low.
All right, we're going to have to tell you our movie this week is a probably not very well known, obviously, since none of you guys got it, but it's called Real Women Have Curves. And America, somebody, I forgot her name. America is the star of the movie. He plays a teenager that, like some of the clues said, is struggling with her weight and has conflicts with her mother about going to college because her mother wants her to get married and take over the family business and all of that kind of stuff. So it is very, very well. No, it came out in 2002, so it's not that new. So anyway, some people may have seen it, but so come and join us this Friday for Real Women Have Curves.
How long is the movie?
It is approximately 90 minutes.
Wow, that's fast.
It's a short movie.
What's its rating?
It is rated PG-13.
Oh.
Hey, good.
So we don't have to take a nap this week.
It's pretty much everyone here except for Kathy can watch it since it's PG-13.
Yeah.
So I think that is it for tonight. Thanks for everybody that played. We love all of our players.
Okay. All right, Michael, Mr. iBUG guy, thank you for joining us. Dead Man's Curve. We should have gotten it from that song. Yeah. Michael, if you would take care of the muting, we have an iBUG Byte that we would like to play. If you could mute everybody, sir.
All right, everybody got muted, including yourself, Pete. to unmute yourself again.
Okay. Am I unmuted now?
Yes, we hear you.
Good. All right. I'm going to go ahead and play the iBUG Byte. This is something that we've all, I think, talked about once or twice, and it might have even come up over the course of our iBUG Buzz Monday night calls. But this is a new feature within iOS 18, not 18.1, but iOS 18. And with that said, I'm going to go ahead and play the recording, be back at the other side. Hi, folks. This is Pete. Tonight's iBUG Byte will be on the new Send Later feature in the iOS Messages app, brought about in iOS 18. Of course, I'll need to go.
Pete, we're not hearing the recording. I think when you muted yourself,
I'll dictate my. We're not hearing the byte, the new Send Later feature in iOS 18.
Inserted just testing the new Send Later feature.
Yeah, I think.
Okay, we did not hear that. Did I get that, Michael? Because I was hearing it.
Yeah, it started out, but when you mute yourself, then
right. It stopped. Okay, I'll stay unmuted then. I'm sorry. Yeah. Okay, here we go. We'll start again. Sorry, folks. Hi, folks. This is Pete. Tonight's iBUG Byte will be on the new Send Later feature in the iOS Messages app, brought about in iOS 18. Of course, I'll need to go to my Messages app.
Messages.
I'll send a message to my son.
Compose button. Pat Cell.
That is my son Patrick. Now I'll just flick to the right a couple of times.
Add contact. Apps button.
Here's an Apps button. Remember this. We're going to come back to it. Let's flick to the right one more time.
Message. iMessage. Text field.
I'll dictate my message. Just testing the new Send Later feature in iOS 18.
Inserted just testing the new Send Later feature in iOS 18.
I'll flick to the right and we will see our
Send button.
But remember, the topic of our Buzz Byte is Send Later. So we're not going to want that Send button quite yet. Instead, let's flick to the left a couple of times and go back and find that Apps button.
Message. Text field. Is editing. Just testing the new Send Later feature in iOS 18. Insertion point at end.
There's our message. Now one more flick back to the left, and here's our all-important
Apps button.
Apps button. The reason I'm emphasizing the importance of this button is that it acts kind of like a door that opens up several different options to help you deliver your text message to your recipient. I'll do a one-finger double tap to activate the Apps button.
Camera.
I'll review a few of the items that the Apps button opens up. Starting at the very top of our screen now, we have camera options. I'll flick to the right.
Photos, stickers, audio.
There's our audio button with which we can send a voice audio recording. And with one more flick to the right, we have
Send Later.
Our Send Later button. But before I double tap on this button, let's go down and I'll show you a few more options that are made apparent once you tap on the Apps button. I'll just quickly flick through this list.
More, Store, Dropbox, Memoji, Music, Pandora, Paramount Plus, Shazam.
I don't know precisely what those do, but now let's go back up to our Send Later button.
Send Later.
And we'll select it now. Single finger double tap.
Send Later. Pat Cell. Apps button. Today, 5 p.m. button.
Okay, here is the first of two preset date and time options that we can choose. Send this message today at 5 p.m. We'll keep flicking to the right.
Tomorrow, 9 a.m. button.
And there's our other preset, tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. But I want to pick my own date and time, so we'll keep going.
Message. Just testing the new Send button. Today, picker item, adjustable.
We just flicked past the text field again, reflecting our message. Then we flicked past the Send button. Then we came to a picker item. It said today, picker item, adjustable. So this is where we can pick the day that we want this message to be sent. It's currently showing today, but we can pick another day up to 2 weeks out into the future. I'll adjust the day picker by flicking up with one finger.
Saturday, October 19th.
But I actually do want to send this message later today, so I'll flick down again and reset it back to the today value.
Today.
Now, if we flick to the right, we then come to the hour value. Remember, it was preset at 5 o'clock. I can advance this or reverse it by flicking up or down respectively. I'll flick up with one finger to demonstrate.
6 o'clock, 6 of 12. 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 11 of 12, selected.
11 is the maximum if I'm flicking up. But that's actually what I'm looking for since I want to send this message just a couple of minutes from now. Flicking to the right, we then get to our minute value.
55 minutes, selected, picker item, adjustable.
Actually, that's reflecting the current time, which is 11:55 a.m. So I want to set this for a minute or two into the future so that I can actually watch it send while I'm sitting here working on this demonstration. So we'll flick up on the picker item.
56 minutes, 57 minutes, 58 minutes, 59 minutes.
59 after the hour should do it. That'll give me 3 or 4 minutes to work with. Then I'll flick right and we have an AM PM picker item. I will leave it at AM.
AM, selected, picker item, adjustable, 1 of 2.
So let's review our settings.
Message, just testing the new send later feature in iOS 18.
Text field. Today, 11:59
a.m. Button. Send button.
And now that we have our date and time all set, I can double tap on the send button.
Send message back button. Message. Text field is editing. iMessage. Insertion point at start.
The first thing I noticed was a unique bell that sounded when I sent the message into the send later status. I also noticed that it dropped me into the fresh text field in case I want to start a new message to Patrick. Let's flick back up the screen and see how this is listed on the message screen.
Pat button. Message. Send later. Today, 11:59 a.m.
As you heard, it's clearly identified to send later. And let's check my time up in the status bar.
11:55 a.m. Status bar item.
It's still 11:55, and the message is due to be sent at 11:59. Now, if I change my mind and want to alter this in any way, I can go back and send it immediately, delete it so it doesn't go out at all, or change the date and time. Okay, I'm back the next day to see how that message appears in my text thread with Patrick. I'll flick to the right.
Your iMessage, just testing the new send later feature in iOS 18. 11:59 a.m.
And there's my text message that's sent at 11:59 a.m. That happens to have been yesterday. So there you go, a walk through the new send later feature in the iOS Messages app. Okay. That was the send later feature that came out with iOS 18 in the Messages app. We always, not always, but we've had that feature in our mail app for a couple of, I think since iOS 17, I think brought it around. So now we can send a message later on, up to 2 weeks in advance if we would like to do that. Let's open it up for questions. Anybody have a question on the demo? Okay.
This is Herbie.
Yes, Herbie.
Okay, so something I have never understood, and this is more of a, it's less, not so much on it's actually not on the demo itself, that was a very good job, but more on the why of the feature. Why would you want to send a message later as opposed to just sending it immediately?
Yeah, that's a good question, and I thought about giving some examples of why you might want to do that early on in the demo, but if you did listen, you know I didn't have any suggestions. I don't know, Herbie. I know people like Brad, who's not with us tonight. He does some mailings and some messaging for ACB, and oftentimes he wants to send those out at a particular time in the future, like 8 a.m., when he may not be, at his phone or at his computer or something like that. I don't have any particular use for that. Unless I'm just lazy and want to play with it and say, well, I want to send my sister a message, a week and a half from now, so I can preset it. But I can't think of a good use case.
This is Sarah.
It's your, okay.
Let's go, Sarah.
The time change, like, for instance, if I want to send a text to somebody on the West Coast and don't want to wake them up.
Aha. Okay. In case they don't use their do not disturb function or their focus function. That's a good one.
This is Joe.
Hey, Joe. And then Ned.
Yeah, I actually had the chance to use it a couple of weeks ago. I needed to reschedule something with a worker. And I just realized at 5 a.m. that I needed to reschedule something. And I didn't want to forget. So I sent the message and then I set the time for a later time.
When the business might be open.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Ned, what did you have for us?
Yes, I have a friend who sends a weekly quote, and there's a group that he sends it to, and I'm on that group list, but sometimes this person travels or is gone, and so that quote is set to go, and I know that he's gone. I know that he's out of the country, but the quote, we still got the quote for the week, so that's how he uses it.
Okay. That's interesting.
Yeah, this is John.
Go ahead, John.
So I have a comment and then a question. So mine, I like to use it for birthdays and holidays because I like to be very precise. Like, I like to be able to just send it in advance so I don't forget. But I also like to be very prompt if someone's birthday is at midnight or whatever. But I do have a question about it. Like, does it also, for the send later, does it also include groups? Because I haven't tried it on groups.
Hold that thought. I wanted to say there's some talking and noise in the background. Could you please mute whoever's got some talking going on in the background there? There we go. We got it. Thank you. John, good question. I have not tried it to a group. Has anybody tried sending later to a group of recipients, multiple recipients, and not just one?
Well, this is Herbie.
Yes, Herbie.
Ned just referenced a group situation with that weekly quote, so it's possible his friend, unless it sends out as a bunch of individual texts, so it sounds like Ned's friend might use a group setting. So
good point. Ned, is that how your friend uses it for his quotes, do you think?
I don't know because all I see is I don't see everybody else.
You just see one message from him. Mm-hmm.
I just see one message, so I don't know who else is.
If you were in a group, I would think you would see other recipients, and maybe the group might have a name or something. So, looks like it might be possible, John. But I would challenge you, give it a try. If you have any groups, give it a shot, and then let us know next Monday how it went.
And this is Herbie.
Yes, Herbie.
I think it's worth mentioning that if you get a happy birthday wish from John, just know that he actually didn't remember your birthday. He just prepared in advance. So.
Yeah, he forgot, really. It's that one day last year he remembered your birthday. All right, thank you, Herbie. John, just kidding. Not telling you my birthday, though. Okay, any other questions on the demo?
Raheel?
Yes, Raheel.
Excuse me. Thank you. Is there, so for example, I like the feature of send later, but is there a time that it might be useful for some people to use, what's the benefit of it and how can we all take advantage of that?
Well, that's a good question. In fact, it was a good one that Herbie asked a few minutes ago.
This is Sri.
And we had a couple of examples. Go ahead, Sri. Do you have an example for?
Well, I was just going to give it an example. Like today, if I was going to send a text message to Pete and I know that he's hosting this event, I probably schedule it so it goes after the call, so he doesn't accidentally get bombarded with my text message.
I appreciate that and good example. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
And then again, Ned has a friend who sends out a daily quotation that, piece of advice that everybody can use on a daily basis. And he was going to be out of town. So it sounds like he scheduled those to go out in advance. And John uses it for birthdays and events ahead of time. So he does it when he's remembering somebody's birthday, and he doesn't have to worry about forgetting it or remembering it, 3 months from now when it's Raheel's birthday. That kind of thing. So, yeah.
This is Joe. Terry.
Terry and then Joe.
He can't send it out 3 months from now, I think, because it only allows you to do 2 weeks.
Right.
So, if he's sending it out 3 months from now, I want to know how he did that.
Yeah, I do too. I don't even think the mail send later feature works 3 months ahead of time.
I don't believe so either.
No, I don't think. I think they're both 2 weeks.
Let you know I was paying attention to that part.
Great, thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah. Joe, what do you have to add?
Oh, part of the reason I sent that, it's great for when you're up at night and you can't sleep and you don't want to bother anybody, you want to send them a text.
Mm-hmm. When they might not have Do Not Disturb turned on, you don't want to wake them up.
Absolutely so.
Yeah. I do a lot of thinking in the middle of the night, and I get some great ideas, and, just my luck, I'll forget them by the time morning arrives. So I'd like to
So there's where you could send your
There
text.
you go. There you go, Raheel. You got some ideas there. Use your own creative talents on that.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. And Pat, yes, ma'am.
Great presentation when I heard of it. I had another meeting and then my daughter came down, so I couldn't. I missed part of it, but you did a good job.
Thank you.
And
it'll be up with the recording in a couple of days. Julie will be putting this up on podcast and YouTube.
I have used it because we're having an event on Wednesday, and I started, a lot of people don't like group text, so I started sending out reminders. Don't forget to call for your ride for Wednesday, So I did do some of those today to remind people tomorrow to call for the ride. Yeah.
What a good doobie you are, reminding people of their to schedule their rides. Good for you, Pat. Okay. Any other questions or comments on the demo before we move on to our general questions? Yeah, Richard.
As far as I know, with the group messaging that I heard of, that when you send out group messaging, the receiver, they will never know it's a group message, as far as I know. But everybody gets the message, but on your end as the receiver, as far as I know, it doesn't show up that these are the other people that receive this message.
This is Terry.
Yes, Terry.
Are you referring to group messages in general, Richard, or are you referring to group messages when you're using the send later feature?
I think it refers to everywhere, no matter if you use it later or not. I don't really think.
Yeah, Terry.
If you send out a group message and you send it out without some kind of a group name or something, you're going to see everybody's phone numbers and even so, even if you have a group name,
you'll see the name.
They're going to know that it's a group message because it either shows your group name or it shows everybody's individual phone numbers.
Right. That's true.
I was talking about.
Go ahead, Richard.
Oh, I was thinking of the individual that receives it. Like if
that's what I'm saying. The individual who receives it is going to either see the group name, or the person who received it is going to see the individual phone numbers for everybody to whom it was sent. Yeah,
that's true.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I would agree with that. Pat, yes, ma'am.
I would add to that, if you have that people's names in your contacts, it will say their name. If you don't have them in your contact, it will come up as a phone number.
Or if they're Android users. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that, let me tell you, that's annoying. Because if there's a large group and you've got multiple participants that are not in your contacts, you'll hear every phone number sometimes, and it just goes on and on forever.
That's why I like, this is Pat.
Yes.
I do have a couple group texts and I name them so that it just says the group name instead of all those names and numbers.
Yeah. That's a good topic for a future, maybe an Apple workshop or maybe a cafe if Sri's listening. Yeah. Group. We have a hand raised. Was that you, Pat? I thought I heard Pat's iPhone. Anyway, we did not use the raised hand feature. It was Deb. So Deb's hand has been lowered. Thank you, Deb. Any other questions on the demo before we move on? All right, good question, Richard. Thank you for that. Thanks, Terry, and thanks, Pat. All right, we have a wide open horizon until the top of the hour. Who has a question on any topic relating to iOS?
This is Terry.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you doing or is Herbie doing the iBUG, the toys segment tonight?
I don't think
this is Herbie.
Tonight. Go, Herbie.
Yep, this is the fourth Monday of October, is it not?
Yes, it is. Terry is right on. Terry, right on again.
She has a special interest because she's our guest speaker. So.
I'm so sorry. I apologize. I
thought maybe I'd been fired or something.
Pete did it, not me. Just remember
I've been trading spots with everybody, with Brad and then somebody else, so I lost track. I will then introduce the iToys segment. Mr. Herbie, you're on, sir.
Well, is it? I guess we're past the time. So,
a little bit past the 9:30.
We're past. We'll just make a bet. I'm not gonna say much, so you can celebrate. But this is where we talk about hardware aspects of the Apple environment, and this time Terry's going to talk to us about the glasses that are paired to her iPhone and audio quality, and give us a talk about that. So, Terry, take it away.
Yes, so I thought it would be interesting. I'm going to talk about the Ray-Ban Meta glasses, but of course I'm not going to do a demo of those. We had thought about doing a demo quite some time ago of those, and now there have been lots of changes even since then. So, but what I do want to demonstrate is how good, and I hope they're not going to call me a liar tonight, how good they sound on Zoom. Lots of, right now I'm talking to you on my open comms, and lots of platforms, the sound quality of various types of headphones can vary in terms of their sound quality, depending upon the platform in which they're used. The glasses sound pretty good when used on phone calls or on FaceTime, for example, but I tried them a few weeks ago with a friend, and boy, did they sound good on Zoom. So I'm going to actually switch, hopefully, from my open comms to my glasses now, and see if you notice a difference. And hopefully you do, and hopefully it's a really good, clear quality sound. So bear with me 1 minute while I do this. I wasn't going to do the comparison, but I thought, I might as well. So bear with me just a sec here. I'm off of Zoom because I put the wrong button.
All right, folks. While Terry is switching, I just want to remind you all that this is a live demo, and things can go wrong during live demos.
That they can.
And the Ray-Ban Meta glasses are glasses that have a lot of OCR functioning. They also work through WhatsApp and Facebook Messenger for video chats. And it was I've learned that they're coming out with even a new type of glasses next year. Well, not Ray-Ban, but Ray-Ban. So expect to hear more talk about glasses as the months go on.
Terry, we're still not hearing you.
Okay. All right. Well, it's so much for technology here. Now I have to try and turn this off. Okay. Well, no, it still didn't work. I'm getting an echo and I don't know why. But anyway, so much for technology.
Would it help if you dialed in fresh and came in a minute or two and we can...
No, I'm just not sure. Oh, I think I see where the problem is. I'm sorry about this, guys.
We hear you now. Are you on your glasses now?
Yeah.
She just left.
Yeah, we had you for a moment, Terry.
More than one mic open can cause the echo.
Right.
Now I think I got it.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
sound good now.
I'm really sorry. I so
That's
much
all
for
right.
my best laid plans here. Anyway, so now I really am talking to you from my glasses, and I don't know if it sounds I guess I have to ask you, how does it sound? Does it sound good? You sound good on my end.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, sounds
Does it
pretty
sound
good.
different from the headphones?
Sounds
A little different, but very clear.
Yeah.
I would have to say your open comm sounded a bit better, but not much. These sound very, very good.
Okay.
Liz?
Yeah, so that was really my point. Yes, go ahead, Liz.
Is there a subscription for this, or is this you just purchase the glasses and then use them without an additional monthly fee?
There is no subscription for the Ray-Ban Meta glasses. You just purchase them for anywhere from $300 to $400, depending upon what types of lenses you are going to get, because that determines the price point. But there's no additional subscription fee, and they really do work well. I think they sound better on Zoom than they do they sound really good on FaceTime. They sound really good on a phone call from your iPhone, but I think they sound the best on Zoom personally. But that could be an individualized opinion. I mean, everybody, has different opinions about these things, but I thought, well, it might be fun just to let you all know what they sound like on a Zoom call, so that if you really did want to use them for that purpose, you could. Now, of course,
this is Marty.
Mind that the battery life isn't as good as, say, on some headphones or
right.
Any other battery operated types of thing. But yes, Marty, go ahead.
So what I was going to sort of answer Liz's question, I understand AARP is you can get a discount if you get them through AARP. And also what people are doing is, because since they are Ray-Ban, you can get prescription lenses put in them and then have possibly your vision insurance pay for that part of it. And by the way, I'm using mine also. I just put mine on.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
And what's nice is what I found what you can do with these is you can use them as a calculator along with all the other stuff.
You use the AI assistant for that, Marty?
Yes. You just say, you use the wake word or push the button, however you choose to do it. And you just give it a calculation, like, 10 plus 20 or.
That's a whole different topic, but you can't do that when you're connected to Zoom or to a phone call or.
Let's keep this on topic more to the audio quality.
Okay.
I'm assuming they have, since it's kind of interrelated, I'm assuming they have pretty good video quality too, right?
Yes. They have very good video quality. Depending upon, I don't know that you can use, I've not tried using the video part with Zoom. That's a good point. I don't think you can yet, and if you can't yet, I think that's going to be coming, because you can use the video portion with your phone. You can't do it with FaceTime, I don't believe, but you can use it with your phone, and you can use the video as well as the audio quality. if you're talking with Ira. You have to jump through some hoops because you have to go through WhatsApp. But it won't surprise me if at some point you're able to use the video in conjunction with Zoom if you have the video turned on. I don't believe you can at the moment, though.
Raheel?
This is Shri.
Shri and then Raheel, yes?
Yeah.
So, Terry Ann, when you're on a Zoom call, is there a way to mute it on the glasses?
I don't know. I usually have, that's a good point. I've just tried muting them from my phone, but I think you might be able to mute them from the glasses, but I haven't tried that yet, and so I don't want to. There are controls on the right-hand side, on the right-hand arm, up toward the edge of the lenses. It's still on the arm of the glasses, but real close to where the lenses begin and the arm ends.
Near the temple.
Yes, thank you. Yes, near the temple. And there might be a mute feature there, but I haven't tried that yet. But given my problem a few minutes ago, I don't want to try
I just want to interject one thought on that too. If it works as a mute thing, I would imagine it could also potentially function as an answer button if you receive a phone call.
It does.
And you could probably double click it as a hang up button too. So
yes, that is correct. You can.
All
you can also, I think you can also use I don't know about for Zoom, but for a phone call, you can just say the wake word, HEYMETA, hang up the call.
Right. Probably not on Zoom, but.
Right. On a phone call.
Raheel.
Yes.
Since I have a condition called ROP, would a retina surgeon, can they actually prescribe the glasses, or would that be beneficial to those that have ROP?
Check here, we're getting off topic. Just real quick, I do know they can work with some prescription lenses, but we're focused more on just what it's like to use the glasses on a phone call.
Right.
And whatnot. If Pete wants to open it up to that type of question, if we're done with iToys, then
let's keep it on the
let's keep it on topic.
Audio quality topic first.
So anything else related to audio quality with the glasses, or any experiences with the phone, Zoom, WhatsApp?
This is Marty.
I know they work in Clubhouse. Yes, Marty.
Yeah, just real quickly, you can answer and end calls. I believe mute is not a function.
Okay.
This is Pete.
Yes.
I just want to reiterate, Marty, if you're still on your glasses, you sound fantastic. Terry, you sound very good. I have to applaud both of you on the quality of the audio. I think they sound great.
Yep.
I'm still on them, yes.
Wow, that's phenomenal.
This is Deb.
Yes, Deb.
For muting on Zoom and stuff, I just still use the button, and I'm also on my glasses now too. So
wow.
Oh.
Yeah, your sound really good.
Glasses. Let's get.
All right.
This is science fiction coming to reality, folks.
It is.
Right. Let's have a
Mine
party.
are on the table over there. So
and by the way, Ray-Ban is spelled RAY-B as in Bravo AN.
All right, and Liz.
Okay, so the sound sounds great. Did you say this could or could not use with FaceTime? So, like, if I can't find something and I call my husband on FaceTime to have him see where my hand is and tell me left, right, etc. Does this work that way?
Visually, you can use the audio part on FaceTime, but you can use the video part on a regular phone call. I've not gotten it to work yet, but it's not because it doesn't. It's just I don't know how to do it right. But you can use them, and you give the person who's going to use your camera permission for them to use your camera, and then they can, through a phone call, they can see what it is you're camera is showing and help you to find things or read things or whatever. But that's on a regular phone call.
But does the other person need glasses for that to work?
I'm sorry.
My question, then we'll get to Jody, is because the phone by default doesn't support video, so does the other person also need to have glasses for that function to work?
Yes, you do it through your glasses on a phone call through your glasses.
Right, but does the other person on the other end, did they also need the glasses?
Oh, no. Okay. They're using the visual. They get to see your camera, and they can then visually see what your glasses camera is seeing.
Pat.
All right, Jody first.
Jody,
and then Pat.
had something?
Yeah, I wanted to comment that there's been a collaboration between Meta and Be My Eyes, and pretty soon you'll be able to call a Be My Eyes volunteer direct on the glasses.
Correct. Same with Ira is now in place, and Be My Eyes is about to get there. Yep.
I'm still intrigued by this using the glasses on the phone call, and I think you should definitely experiment with that and report back to us on that.
I know it works because I know people who have done it, but I will get it to work because I really want to, and then I can talk about that. Yeah,
perfect.
This is Pete. I think my question, Herbie, maybe yours too, is how does the other person, what is he looking at or is she looking at to get the visual? Is it their phone screen that they would?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, they are. That person is, yes.
Okay, because I'm guessing, because what's interesting about it, because I won't get into technical, the phone itself cannot support the video format, so it must be a separate data stream that the glasses are sending out, but that's neither here nor there. Okay, let's go from Pete to Pat, or Pat to Pete.
Well, thank you. I know you can do a FaceTime audio or a video call. So you can do video from the phone. And I would think if your phone is connected, you should be able to do audio or video from the Ray-Ban.
No, this is Herbie. The answer is... So Apple has tight control over what is allowed through its things. Same with third-party apps. So right now, I think only WhatsApp and Facebook Messenger, those are the only ones I'm aware of that actually support the video function right now. But Apple does not support them as a third-party camera, so that is why...
I think WhatsApp does, too.
Yeah, I thought I said that. WhatsApp and Facebook Messenger.
I'm sorry. Right.
That's okay. I know speak English, I guess. That's okay.
All right.
Or you just don't listen. I don't know.
That's
anyway,
but...
No.
Well, Cynthia's not here to pick on him, so I'm filling in.
That's right. Somebody's got to pick on him.
Cynthia!
I'm just wondering if you will have a more in-depth explanation of the glasses at some point.
Possibly. I know we had thought about doing that now because there are so many other places from which to get podcasts and so forth. But stay tuned. We might, that doesn't mean we can't.
Yeah. This is free.
Last point, and then we're going to wrap it up.
And then we got to wrap it up. Yep.
Yeah, I was going to say we may have it on our roadmap to do it at the cafe.
Okay.
Good.
Yeah, because I know we were going to do it, and then Sandhya said, let's not, because there's so many other places where you can get them now.
Sources.
But we'll see what we can do. I am glad to try and help with that again now that and I'll research this other thing for the phone calls and the video stuff.
Thank you very much, Terry. Herbie, thank you so much, and sorry for the delay, but we're glad
that's okay. You had a lot of questions too. You were getting a lot of questions too, so go.
Well, all right. Thank you again, Herbie and Terry, and thank you everybody for participating. It was a very enthusiastic call tonight. And just a quick review, we've got our Friday night movie coming up, which I'm afraid I don't remember the name, something about curves. But we've got that Friday night, the pre-movie social activities. The fun begins at 7:15 Central. Movie starts at 8 p.m. And after the movie, we've got comments and discussion. And we'll have followed by movie trivia that will be shared with us by Terry. And then on Saturday night, we have our iBUG Unplugged session. It will be the Melodies and Memories feature, in which I will be hosting and in which I will be focusing on artists, musicians who have left us too soon, for whatever reason, passed away far too young, and we'll focus on some of their music. So with that said, I would like to remind everybody that we will be doing our AfterBuzz show tonight, immediately when we conclude this call, which is in right about 30 seconds. So thanks again, everybody. And Terry, if you are ready to go with the AfterBuzz, I'll go ahead and hand it off.
Yeah, I'm going to switch it over to my computer, but
Okay.
in a minute.